I am Eren Yeager. I have destroyed 80% of the world. I am a genocidal maniac. But everybody is still thankful for what I did. Hey guys, welcome back to Quickies. Today we're going to talk about Attack on Titan chapter 139 and what the hell is going on over there. We're specifically going to talk about the part with Carla. Now, I should have said this before, but spoiler alert, because this is the last chapter, and if you are an anime fan, then you have a lot that you're missing out on, and if you haven't caught up to the manga, then you definitely should not be watching this video right now. Read the chapter, come back here. The last chapter explained a few things and left quite a lot unexplained at the same time. While this Game of Thrones type ending is not what we really wanted, it's what we got. It did reveal a couple of things about paths, the founding titan, the attack titan, Eren, and how he controls things. In the last chapter, Eren tells Armin that time has sort of become confusing for him. Everything happens at the same time. The past, present, future are all one. And he can control titans in the past, present, and future. It's not very clear how exactly this power works because I feel like it could lead to a lot of loopholes. But taking what he said at face value, it seems like Eren has controlled titans throughout the history of his life since he got the founding titan. This also includes his own mother's death. You think back to the chapter where Bertolt actually breaks the wall. He has exhausted all his titan powers and he stands there as a weak human, and Dina, the smiling titan, ends up ignoring him and goes into the city instead to eat other humans. Why does she do that? Why doesn't she eat Bertolt right over there? It makes no sense, right? Titans always eat humans even if they are shifters. For example, when Ymir was a pure titan, she ate Marcel and became the Jaw Titan. This is explained by Eren in this chapter. Well, kind of, not exactly, because he just says that he led Dina to his mother. Apparently, Bertolt was too important to the plan and couldn't die at that moment in time. Yeah, that's a little shocking. Basically, I think the thought is that Eren's mother's death is what made him really want to kill Titans and hate Titans and join the Survey Corps and actually want to make a difference in the world. And he thought, well, if my mother dies and if I can make her die, that will definitely lead me down this path. Now, why he wanted to go down the path of a genocidal maniac, I will never know, but that's what he chose. So, on that hand, it makes sense. Eren and Mikasa need the emotional push to hate Titans, to actually actively fight them. But I can't help but ask, does it really make sense? Was that really necessary? For example, I can find a lot of faults in this logic. Mikasa was affected emotionally by Carla's death, but her fighting Titans was more about Eren and wanting to support Eren. As for Eren, what the heck? Like, his city being broken into, the wall that protects them being destroyed, and Titans eating everybody around him and his neighbors and everyone he knows. Wasn't that enough for him to hate Titans? I mean, it's so nonsensical. We start the series by realizing that Armin and Eren were really scared of the wall being breached. They always hated Titans. Eren always wanted to join the Survey Corps. Basically, everything that Eren did, he would have done anyway. Everything that Mikasa did, she would have done anyway. And everything that Armin did, he would have done anyway, even if Carla was not dead. In fact, on the other hand, Carla being alive could have actually helped Eren out in this genocidal plan of his. For example, she might have helped him find a peaceful solution. Her presence might have stopped all the evil things that Eren did. She might have even been able to stop the genocide he causes at the end. Now, if Carla's life did have to get endangered, why not have her get injured? Why not have her lose a limb? Why not have Dina pick up Carla and then place her back down to show that something is up and we don't know what yet? What we got instead was Eren, the man who loves all his friends, who wants to keep them safe no matter what, who will destroy the entire world just to keep his own island safe, kill his own mother. It's actually funny. I was reading a Reddit post in December, I think, last year, and someone actually predicted this exact outcome. And most people were calling him an idiot and telling him how he was wrong and debunking it in the weirdest ways. And now that thread is filled with a lot of salt and a lot of regret. Like, it's still a good story, but like Game of Thrones, the ending kind of ruined it for me. But that's it for this episode of Quickies. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Did you like the ending or did you not like it? What do you think of Eren killing his own mother? I mean, after genocide, nothing surprises me really. But like, share, follow, and we shall see you next week with another topic.